Hi, beautiful. Welcome to A Course in Miracles. We are reading in the text today, chapter 23, The War Against Yourself, section 1, The Irreconcilable Beliefs, paragraph 3. Be certain that it is impossible God and the ego, or yourself and it, will ever meet. You seem to meet and make your strange alliances on grounds that have no meaning. For your beliefs converge upon the body, the ego's chosen home, which you believe is yours. You meet at a mistake, an error in your self-appraisal. The ego joins with an illusion of yourself you share with it, and yet illusions cannot join. They are the same, and they are nothing. Their joining lies in nothingness. Two are as meaningless as one, or as 1,000. The ego joins with nothing, being nothing. The victory it seeks is meaningless as is itself. Brother, the war against yourself is almost over. The journey's end is at the place of peace. Would you not now accept the peace offered you here? This enemy you fought as an intruder on your peace is here transformed before your sight into the giver of your peace. Your enemy was God himself, to whom all conflict, triumph, and attack of any kind are all unknown. He loves you perfectly, completely, and eternally. The Son of God, at war with his Creator, is a condition as ridiculous as nature roaring at the wind in anger, proclaiming it is part of itself no more. Could nature possibly establish this and make it true? Nor is it up to you to say what shall be a part of you and what is kept apart. So let's pause here and reflect on this. Another analogy is, can a wave in the ocean say I'm no longer part of the ocean? I could say it, but it doesn't make it so. You are a part of the sonship. You are a part of the wholeness and the completion that is God. And having an insane delusion, being hostage to ego, does not erase the truth, because the ego itself is nothing but illusion. The war against yourself was undertaken to teach the Son of God that he is not himself and not his Father's Son. For this, the memory of his Father must be forgotten. It is forgotten in the body's life, and if you think you are a body, you will believe you have forgotten it. Yet truth can never be forgotten by itself, and you have not forgotten what you are, only a strange illusion of yourself, a wish to triumph over what you are, remembers not. The war against yourself is but the battle of two illusions, struggling to make them different from each other in the belief that one that conquers will be true. There is no conflict between them and the truth, nor are they different from each other. Both are not true, and so it matters not what form they take. What made them is insane, and they remain part of what made them. Madness holds out no menace to reality and has no influence upon it. I'll pause here and say I really love that A Course in Miracles emphasizes that God's not worried about your ego, because God doesn't know your ego. It doesn't exist. Just like if your child's having a nightmare, you're not worried about the nightmare. You're just happy when the child wakes up and realizes the nightmare wasn't real. Madness holds out no menace to reality and has no influence upon it. Illusions cannot triumph over truth, nor can they threaten it in any way. And the reality that they deny is not a part of them. What you remember is a part of you, for you must be as God created you. Truth does not fight against illusions, nor do illusions fight against the truth. Illusions battle only with themselves. Being fragmented, they fragment, but truth is indivisible and far beyond their little reach. You will remember what you know when you have learned you cannot be in conflict. Let's stop here and say you cannot be in conflict in truth. Not your true self. Your true self is not in conflict. It is perfect, whole, and complete. How do we anchor into this true self? This peace that passeth all understanding, the kingdom of heaven that we know is within. How do we anchor into that? By simply recognizing your true, authentic nature, who and what you are. Course in Miracles says you can be hostage to ego or host to God, but not both. You can choose fear or you can choose love, but not both. And we know which one we're choosing by how we feel. That's not to say that even if you are a perfectly loving being, that you won't have moments of sorrow. But it's not the kind of sorrow or pain or suffering that comes from delusion, from judgment, from contempt. It's the kind of sorrow that happens when you love something and you have to temporarily say goodbye, such as in the passing of a loved one. A Course in Miracles doesn't expect us to never have any human emotion, but just to recognize that we are not that human emotion and we are not this body. This is an experience we're having, but it's not our final and ultimate truth. But to the ego, which is finite and is an illusion, this is its ultimate truth. It's all it has. And it fights desperately to confuse you and bring you into that fear state of, this is all I've got to fix, force, fight, and control, dog eat dog. I got to get on top and stay there. And that's ridiculous. You don't need to get anything. You are everything. Thank you so much for being here, beautiful. I love you. I'll see you soon.